Hey everyone, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I'm back to Challengers, one of my favorite games of last year easily, especially for competitive play, but I enjoy the solo mode against the solo bot as well. And Asmodee sent me a review copy of the new Beach Cup. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Challengers Beach Cup, Challengers 2. And I thought it was just like more decks, but it actually has more changes to the system than I realized. And I'll show those in a new solo playthrough and give some thoughts at the end. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or come and say hi and join the conversation on our Discord. So if you didn't see my previous video on Challengers, this is an auto battler, which is a genre most common in mobile games. You will build a team, as it were, of cards. You start with like some basic ones and you add more from increasingly strong decks. And then you just kind of play a little capture the flag tug of war back and forth. One side will play a card and they'll get the flag. And then whatever their value is, the topmost card here at 2, you need to flip cards from the top of your deck until the sum of your cards at least equals their strength. And then the flag goes to you, but you cover up all except the most recently dealt card, so they only have to beat a 3, not the combined 4. And whenever somebody is used up, they lose the flag, they go to what's called your bench. You can hold as many of the same type of unit. So like these newcomers that you start with in your deck, all 3 of them can go on a single bench slot. And you go back and forth like that, flipping cards and trading the flag back and forth and putting people on your bench until either you have to put a card on your bench and you don't have room, you would have to place a 7th type of unit, or until you run out of your deck and you can't capture the flag. And whoever does that gets the trophy. Each trophy is worth a random number of fans. There are also other effects that can get you fans. And in the competitive game with 3 or more players, the game plays up to 8 or up to 16 if you own both sets. You go through 7 rounds, and the 2 people with the most fans at the end go into a final round. Whoever wins that wins the overall tournament. In solo play, instead, you just go through 7 rounds, and whoever has the most fans at the end wins. But if the solo bot is ever beating you by 11 or more fans after a round, you stop early, so hopefully that won't happen. Now let's talk about the new elements in Beach Cup, besides just a whole bunch more cards to build your decks with. So first, this one I didn't know anything about, but I think it's the biggest change in the game. They have changed up how you build your decks. So normally in the original game, you would get 2 cards from the A deck in the first round, and then 2 cards from the A deck in the second round. And then you could have like some choice, so the B deck is stronger than A, C is stronger than B. But you can see the very major difference here. So you start with 3 A cards now instead of 2. You can get 2A or get a B, and these 2 stars mean if you choose to get the 2 A's, you get 2 fans, victory points. So, and then you can splash into C in round 5, which you were not able to do before. So a lot more flexibility. First of all, you just get more cards in your deck with that initial extra A, and then also more flexibility, more choice of when you want to kind of go into higher numbers and try out your luck with them. Additionally, the new set comes with these trainers. This is a series of cards, and how it goes is you pick 2, and you draw 2, and you get to keep 1 of them. And there's an ongoing benefit for your side, although sometimes they have a negative as well. And many of them give you more choices during the combat. So here are the 2 that I'm going to pick between Defender. Your cards with base power 4 have +1 when they possess the flag, so they'll be a 5. Or Revitalizer. At the start of every match, you must put the top card of your deck on your exhaust pile, which is kind of like out of play. But then flip this card to put any card from your exhaust pile on top of your deck. Ooh, so you can bring them back in at the exact right time. So, all right, I'll go into the actual play of the game, but I'm going to take Revitalizer, see how that one does for me. And now against the solo bot compared to the original game, I have some advantages here. I have more flexibility and more cards in my deck. I have this trainer. So first for the trainer, they suggest that you add this S. These are like for the starting robot cards. This S with a star, which just gives the robot 1 more cyborg. They're most consistently kind of good unit. So that makes them already more survivable. But additionally, like in the regular game, you can replace some of these random non-cyborg cards with cards from this R deck and even cards from this solo deck. And what the hey, I just want to lose today. So I'm going to take out all 4 of these cards and add 5 random cards from this. That's the highest difficulty you can play on solo. I fully expect to lose, but hopefully I'll at least survive enough rounds for you to see some combos being built. All right, so the robot's ready to go. Let's get to me building out my deck. So I start with 3 newcomers that can all stack on each other, but only have 1. A talent that has 2, a dog that has 3. In this new set, the dog has a power. I can look at the top card of my deck and put it on top or on the bottom of my deck, and then a champion that is 4. Those are my starting crew. And remember, my power is to once per match, so I have to put somebody on the exhaust pile. That's the negative. But once per match, I can put a card from my exhaust pile on top of my deck. So theoretically, if I can get some people that let me move things to my exhaust pile, I'd have more flexibility with what I do with that. And I'm going to get 3 A cards. And how it works in each round is you draw 5 cards, you pick up to the number, and if you didn't pick the full number you get to sort of draw again. Here, let me show you with the cards. It's a lot more clear to see it in action. All right, so here we go. So I've got 5 cards from the A deck. These tend to be a little bit stronger than your starting cards, but not by much. Remember, I can pick 3, so what I could do is just pick 3 straight up, add them to my starting deck, I'm done. I could alternatively pick 1 or 2, and then however many cards are left, I'll discard those, draw an equal number again, and do my final pick. So I have to pick from the second set. So I could discard all 5 of these, but I'd have to pick 3 cards out of the new 5. I could keep 1 of these, discard 4, and I'd have to pick 2 cards from the new 4. I could keep 2 of them, discard 3, draw 1 card from the new 3. You get the idea. So let's look at what our options are. All right, so Fairy, choose 1 seat on your bench. Put all cards from that seat on your exhaust pile. She's a terrible strength, but that does combo very well with my Revitalizer. Okay, what else we got? Animateur. From the bench, your newcomer cards have +1. That would be nice for my 3 newcomers I currently have. Seagull is just a 3. And this rare 3 times, generally every card has 4 copies in the deck. So this means that you are less likely to get more Seagulls because there's fewer of them in the deck. Why does that matter? You want to generally have cards of the same type because they can stack on your bench and you aren't going to bench yourself out as quickly. Okay, Zombie is a 2. During the attack, +1 for each card in your exhaust pile. Although right now the Fairy is the only thing I have that could do that. And then what's this? This is a newcomer, but with a strength of 2, so they still combo with your other newcomers. All right, so the Fairy seems pretty good for what I'm going for. Or I could go for kind of a newcomer animator or an animator strategy, but that wouldn't really go with my Revitalizer as well. What if I just keep the Fairy and try my luck with another 4? All right, now I got a Rat, another rare 3 strength 1, a Model Railway. No flag win, put a level A card from your bench on top of your deck. Okay, so if this card goes down and it didn't win the flag, so if the 1 strength was not enough to equal or exceed the other side's strength, I would get to immediately take a level A card from my bench and put it on top of my deck. That's pretty dang good, although I'm not going to have very many level A cards. A Frog, just a 3, and a Rocking Horse, just a 3. Well, that's interesting. These are great. I guess at least the Frog has the same set as the Fairy. This little icon here on the left, which sometimes matters for powers and things. But yeah, I'll take the Model Railway and take my chances. I'm not feeling amazing about these, but we'll give them a try. And then before every match, you can trash as many cards as you want from your deck. Let's see. I've got how many different types? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 6 spots on my bench. But the Fairy lets me move somebody on my exhaust pile. I'm going to start with somebody on my exhaust pile. The Model Railway lets me use somebody again. I feel like I don't have to worry about my bench yet. We'll see how it goes. All right, I fully expect to lose this round. I might lose all the rounds. But let's not forget I have the Revitalizer. So at the start of every match phase, I must put the top card of my deck in my exhaust pile. So that's my dog. But I can bring them in whenever I want to by flipping the card and put it on top of my deck, which I probably want to do when I need exactly 3. And we got to flip to see who goes first. So the light side of the flag will be my side, and the dark side of the flag will be their side, and they're going first. Okay, usually that's slightly an advantage for the other player, not by much, but cool. So they got a Cyborg. The Cyborg is their most common unit, and their power is equal to the current round. So they are 1 this round, and they will never be that easy again. All right, so I'll just go ahead and flip, and I got my, dang it, Model Railway. If there was no flag win, I could put a level A card from my bench on top of my deck. Yeah, that was completely wasted. So their Cyborg goes to the bench. But I'm pretty sure the AI can never bench out. I think even with the hard mode I'm playing on, they still don't have enough different types to actually lose that way. All right, so they beat me with the Cyborg. And I come back with a newcomer. It's going great, y'all. Just a battle of ones. Oh, here's one of their special ones that we shuffled in. Shopper. If they do not win the flag, the robot's opponent puts the top card of their deck on their exhaust pile. Speaking of exhaust pile, I'm going to go and use my Revitalizer power. Well, should I? I could wait until I get my yeah, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and use it. So I'm going to put this on top of my deck. Oh, sorry, my newcomer got beaten. And that will bring out the dog and perfectly beat the Shopper. And I get to look at the top card of my deck and put it on the top or bottom. That 2's fine. It's okay. All right, so I beat the Shopper. Oh, my God. The city cards, which are your starting cards, of the robot's opponent have +1 during the attack against this guy. During the attack means their values are increased when they're trying to beat or equal to this 5, but then they go back to their regular values. All right, so that beats me. So that's a 3 attacking with his power, and that's a 5. All right, so I got him. Took a few cards, and now they only have to beat a 1 because the talent is underneath. Metal Puppet. There's at least one card below it. This card has +3. So if he had they had flipped somebody first, that wasn't enough to beat me, and then he went on top of that, he would be a 6. As it is, he's just a 3. This is going great. Oh, there's my 4. That was a pretty good flip. They still have so many cards though. City Buster. Robot's opponent removes a city card from their bench permanently. Well, the talent's usually the first card I throw away anyway, so sure. Get out of here. And they didn't actually beat me yet. Iron Clown. If this card gets in flag possession, the robot takes 1 fan. Oh no. And remember, we're fighting for fans. That's how we win in this solo mode. And if they ever get 11 ahead of me, then they win immediately. So that's not great. That's not great. What do I still have left? My frog. Just enough to beat the Iron Clown. Yay. And they are, so I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that's all their special ones. So it's all that's left is single cyborgs now. So 1, 2, 3. Hey, wait, am I going to win this? That's great. Okay. But yeah, it'll be so much harder because, again, next round, those cyborgs will be 2, and then there'll be 3, and it's just absurd. There's a fairy, which does equal the cyborg, and I can move some stack of cards to my exhaust pile. We can say the model railway, but that's it. I win because they have no cards left. So I get the first trophy, which is worth 3. Now I don't think I win if I'm ahead by 11. I think they only win if they're ahead by 11, so I'd have to play out the whole thing. Okay, that was round 1. Their stuff gets shuffled. Their deck never changes. Again, their cyborgs just get so much stronger. But I will get to, my thing does come back, my revitalizer. I will now get to either get 2 level A cards or 1 level B. Bs are a lot stronger, and I could start getting Bs and then trying to combo into the same cards here. But I could also go for more As to combine with the As I already have. And if I pick 2 As here, I get 2 fans. That's 2 victory points to stop them from defeating me. I didn't love any of those A's I got. Let's go ahead and go for B's. I hope I don't regret this. Is that 5? Yes. Okay, so we got Karaoke Kit, 4. If this doesn't win the flag, put the top card from level B pile under your deck without looking at it. But a 4 is going to win for a while. Swimmer. Choose a seat on your bench. This card is +1 for each card on it. Ooh, so with my newcomers. So yeah, this tropical deck seems to do well with newcomers. Shop Clerk. If there is a puzzle card on your bench, the only one I have right now is that train. Your opponent puts the top card of their deck on the exhaust pile. A bunny's just a rare 5. Hacker. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Put 1 under, 1 on top, and 1 in your exhaust pile. That kind of works pretty well with my stuff, right? I mean, I have to exhaust one of my own cards, though, so that's actually kind of actively bad. That's why the 5 is so high. That's a hard choice. I mean, if I already used my Revitalizer, I already have a good target for it, I could just, exhaust a newcomer, I guess, or something. Okay, we'll try it. A 5 is a nice high value for now. And once again, I could get rid of something, but the hacker is kind of exhausting some of my cards, so I'm not too worried about. And I'm going to still not trash any cards from my deck because the hacker is going to be theoretically exhausting something out, so I might not run out of bench space. We shall see. So now that I have the highest value trophy, I'll go first automatically. No need to flip. And I have a newcomer from the Revitalizer. So now I don't have a great target to bring them back to the top of my deck. I hope I get to exhaust somebody better. I'm starting with the dog. I don't want to put the champion on the bottom of my deck because I might never get to it. So we'll just leave the dog for now. Oh, and they beat him right away with the Iron Clown. And if this card gets flag position, they get a fan. All right, bye-bye, dog. All right, but my champion beats their Iron Clown. That's good. There's the one that makes my city cards attack better. Okay. Frog is 3. And newcomer is 2 with their bonus. So I only have a newcomer for them to beat, but I did make it. Okay, Cyborg is a 2 now. So that certainly beats me. And then, there's my fairy. So whoever I exhaust, I can bring back. So let's exhaust my champion. And now I can bring back a 4 with my Revitalizer whenever I want. And I have that spot left on my bench. It's not enough to beat the Cyborg with 2, though. There's my hacker. Oh, geez. Look at the top. Oh, God. I only have 2 cards. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Put 1 under, 1 on top, and 1 on your exhaust pile. I'm going to assume that when I don't have a full 3, I can choose which of those to resolve, and I don't have to exhaust anything. Oh, my gosh. So let's see. This one probably won't win a flag, because I think all their people are at least 2. So this should work in my favor. I can put the frog on top of my deck in a second. So yeah, I'm going to leave the model railway as being next. Okay, but I did get the 5, so that beats their cyborg. Okay, and that's a 2. That's 4. This is great. That was maximum usage out of my hacker. Okay, so that means boop and boop. And then I go, model railway doesn't have enough to beat their 2. So I put an A. Oh, it could be the fairy. Which could get the hacker back. But no, I can already bring the champion back with my revitalizer, so the fairy's not as useful right now. So yeah, I'll put the frog on top. And then I'll go in and flip the frog, which is enough to beat the cyborg. Seems like almost all their cyborgs, but where's their special people? There we go. City Buster. This card's opponent removes a city card from their bench permanently. I guess I'll get rid of this newcomer. Yeah, that seems to make sense, right? So they're gone. I was probably going to call them away pretty soon anyway, and they still haven't beat me. That's good. Shopper. If he doesn't have a flag win, then he would exhaust something, but he does win the flag, so that's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and use my Revitalizer to bring the champion back. So champion beats their Shopper. I don't think I'm going to win this time. Metal Puppet. Okay, there's not a card below it, so it doesn't get a bonus. Oh, never mind. I guess I am going to win because I still... Wait, that's a 2. Oh, my gosh. Darn it. Really? Oh, man. If I couldn't win that round, I'm sure I won't win the next one. All right, so they're at 5 fans to 3. Remember, if they're ahead by 11, I'm going to be done. And I feel like that's definitely going to happen. By the way, just to show again what they would have had if I wasn't playing on the harder difficulty setting, they would have had an alpha, a beta, a good bot, and a champ, which would have replaced like all their special ones. Clearly way weaker. Their cyborgs are always good, but yeah, the difficulty setting still affects quite a lot of what you do. So what do I want to do? I think I want to get another B? Or should I do the A thing? I mean, now I wish I'll get the B. Okay, you can remove a card from your bench permanently to give this card a 6 instead of a 2. 5 monkey. If this card gets flag possession, it becomes a 6. But they're going to keep getting stronger. Put up to 2 of that set's cards from your bench on your exhaust pile. I already have a lot of things to deal with my bench. All my mountain cards have +1. None of those are great for me. And let's see. Surf Teacher. Draw 3 level A cards. Pick one of the... Oh. So she lets you get an extra card. Safecracker. Put a card from your exhaust pile under your deck. Oh, man. The hacker again. I mean, it's good that I can... that I won't have to, like, use an extra spot on my bench, but I'm kind of terrified of me exhausting all my own cards. Oh, well. Here we go. Okay, so now the robot has the highest trophy, so they are going to go first. And that's a 3 now. Oh, and I have to exhaust the topmost frog. That's okay. And, oh, no flag win. Put a level A from your bench top of your deck. Well, that was great. Yeah, I mean, should have got more level A's. I don't know why I jumped to B so quickly. And there's my dog. That does beat them. And I can put the top card on the top or bottom of my deck. It's a hacker. I'd actually rather have the bottom where their effect won't negatively actually impact me and make me exhaust anything. If I survive that long. They immediately beat my dog. Yay! This is going to go great. Oh, crud. There's my first hacker. So I need to put 1 under my deck. Okay, I'll exhaust the newcomer. And then I guess I'd rather have the fairy under my deck and the 4 next, maybe? Okay, so the hacker beats their 3, 6, and he did win the flag, so his power doesn't trigger. My champion beats them, and gosh, I hope that I get like 2 cyborgs. Yes, beautiful. And City Buster. Oh no, I gotta kill my dog immediately? Alright, well, I'm going to be out of city cards pretty quickly. Oh, wait, what am I doing? City Buster did win, which is only a 2. That should be easy for me to beat at least. Or I can draw a newcomer. Great. Okay, then there's the hacker. And the fairy will stay where they are. Okay, so that gets the City Buster. Okay, Metal Puppet is a 3. Iron Clown, they get another fan. Guys, always getting flag possession. All right, so that hacker goes there. Newcomer goes there. All right. And then, oh wait, what am I doing? Gosh darn it. The Iron Clown is a flag. Stop moving cards early, Mike. So then I will do the fairy. I'll send the hackers to my exhaust pile, but I'll bring 1 back with my revitalizer. And that gets me to, there's no way I'm going to win this. Because they have, what, 2 cyborgs left? 3? Oh, and that guy. Yep, it was close again, but not close enough. So they are now at 9 to 3. So winning by 6. I see an early loss in Mike's future here, but that's what happens when you play on the highest difficulty and overestimate your abilities. You know, here, I don't want the video to end early and I want to have a chance. I'm actually going to lower the difficulty. So 2 of these guys replace the champ, and 1 of them replace the good bot. So I'm going to still keep the alpha and the beta out, but I'm going to get rid of 3 of these at random and bring these 2 back. Might not actually help me because they still have a billion cyborgs that have 4 strength, but at least it gives me a chance to stay in the game. All right, now I can get 2 Bs or 2 As. I guess I'll keep digging through this B deck that's Been so great to me. How do I have? Ooh, Surf Teacher. That's the one that lets me draw some level A cards and pick one of them as an extra pick. I kind of like that, actually. All right, so let's get her. So I immediately draw 3 A cards. The rest don't really appeal. Okay, I got Kid. If there's no card with base power 4 or higher on your bench, this card has no, that wouldn't really work for me. If he doesn't win the flag, I get a fan. That's cool. Dwarf. When this card, oh, that's right. I've seen that. This one is good. When this card we put on your exhaust pile, it goes to the top of your deck instead. So all my exhaust, like my hackers, would combo well with that. So let's definitely get that. Okay. And then I'm still getting 4 more Bs and picking one of them. All right, let's see. Gingerbread Man, your cards with base power 4 have +1 in flag possession. I don't think I have. You only have a single 4, so not that. You may put a card with the lowest base power from your bench on your exhaust pile. I mean, yeah, I still have a lot of that doesn't really seem useful. Let's say no. Personal coach, +1 for each 5 fans. I don't have any fans. Put up to 2 cards from your 2 of those cards. I only have, actually I have the hackers, but it's just clearing stuff from my bench. I'm not really worried about my bench. I guess the janitor is the best out of all these ones that are 4. I don't know. This is such an eclectic, not combo-licious deck I'm putting together. Things are definitely not going my way. And once again, I don't know. Maybe I should be worried about my deck benching out, but we'll just try it. Okay, I can bring a hacker in when I want with Revitalize, and they're going first with their new, slightly weaker deck. Is it really weaker? They still have a 4 for every cyborg. Like that frog, not nearly enough. And then, the dwarf. Okay. So I do beat their 4. That's cool. And then they probably have, okay, that's right. That guy has always won the flag, so I don't even really know what his power is. Okay. Newcomer, not enough. And a hacker. Okay. So I need to look at the top 3 cards. I'll exhaust this newcomer. There we go. So that beats the shopper. And City Buster does nothing because I don't have any city cards. And then the cyborg is 4, so that does equal or beat my hacker. Okay. What do I want to do now? I guess I could bring my hacker. Well, I want to wait to bring my hacker until I only have 2 cards left so they don't make me exhaust anything else. So let's just keep on going. Oh, nice. 4 to 4. That works. And they get a 4 right back. That is to be expected. Oh, my fairy. So now I guess I want to do my dwarf, right? To get, although it's really not going to be enough. But yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'll use the dwarf. I'll exhaust, what is it? Yeah, exhaust the dwarf. But when he would be exhausted, he goes to the top of the deck. So he's right back, which gets me to 3 and 4. Darn it. That's no flag win. Well, I guess I could have only gotten the frog back. So none of that necessarily worked out great for me. And they got their champ. Oh, crud. Do I have no room? No, I didn't even get to bring my hacker back in. So putting the dwarf on top of my deck actually kind of hurt me. Oh, man, this might be too late to salvage, y'all. Did they beat me? 8, 11, 14 to 3. Yep, they win by 11 or more. Darn it. Well, that's okay. Here, you know what? Let me show you some C cards from the new sets just because I lost so egregiously. So let's see. You got the carriage that does the same thing my other people did. Pick a seat on the bench and put them in my exhaust pile. You got the Sandstorm. Put the top card from the little C pile on top of your deck without looking at it. You got a Majestic Unicorn, the Cauldron. Remove a level A card from your bench permanently, but it's an 8. Where's the Zeppelin? I'll show you that one. That's fun. It's an 11, so it should be pretty... there we go. If there's a level C card on your bench, you lose this match immediately, but otherwise it is the highest... card in the game so far. I think in the original game there was a 10 villain. But yeah, that's Challengers. Let's get to my thoughts on this new set. I still would not say this is the best game for solo. It's fine, you're still building your deck, you're still fighting, but the way the robot works is not always great, and it can sort of run away with things if your deck doesn't come together well, although that's true of the competitive game too. So yes, solo is fine. I'm showing solo because that's what allows me to put this game on the channel. I just love the game and I want to show it. But putting that to the side, I love the new flexibility in building your deck. A huge part of the game, I would say the main kind of joy of the game is combos and building your deck. So being able to go to different decks earlier and have different combos building each game, getting more cards at the start. I think there is nothing wrong with that. That's what I like most about the game, building your deck and then seeing what happens. So having more flexibility and more strength in your building is all to the good. And then these cards, these are pretty cool. I can't, I've played, I don't know, with my kids probably 7 or 8 games at this point. I can't say whether they're all extremely balanced with each other, but the whole game is kind of a random fest in a lot of ways, so who cares? But they're fun. They tend to do a few things. They either give you a direction to go with building your deck, just to give you a little push, and or they give you some more choices and thought during the play. Like this tactician one lets you look at the top 3 cards of your deck and set them in whatever order you want at the start of the game. This one lets you like reuse a card with power 4 or less, and then the one that I had let you bring a card back from your exhaust pile. So a lot of people, I think, might not like how Challengers is just kind of play and no choices once the combat phase happens. Many of these either make the deck building more interesting and or they make you have some choices when you do the combat phase. Not like a lot of choices, but at least a little bit more for those tactically minded people that want to feel like they have more control of their destiny. And do they have more control of their destiny? I don't know. It's still a huge crapshoot, whether you get cards that combo together well, whether the randomness is in your favor or not. The game is so quick, I don't really mind that, but nothing in this new set I think is going to change the mind of somebody who doesn't like the game because it's random. That's still very much the case. But I think there is more control, more variety, more choices, especially in the deck building and a little bit in the combat phase. And I think all of that is better. So certainly if you don't have either set, I would recommend getting Beach Cup first since it's standalone. And then maybe if you want more cards to play with, you can get the other one. Or if you want to play up to 16 players, no thank you, but that's cool that it exists, that you can do that. And then, after you get Beach Cup, maybe you'd go back to the original one. But definitely, this is now my favorite version of Challengers. And I'll only go back to the old one for trying out the different card sets and comboing them together. So, all right, thanks for watching my abject failure, and hope you enjoyed the video. And at the end of some videos, we like to thank our co-op champions, our biggest supporters on Patreon. So I'd like to give a shout out to Minkus, J. Willie MF, and Steve Wren. Thanks, patrons, and thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you at the next stop.